Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for my client Saif's vlog. And this is a deload week, so people are going to notice there's no heavy work. We're doing sets of 10 at 40% of his training max. And this is something that people will ask for, like, what's the point of these deload weeks? I don't understand it. And look, guys, when you have people who run into certain recovery issues, we push hard all the time. Their lifestyle requires it. We need deload weeks. And in the case of Saif, he gets tendons, joints, everything that hurt if we don't deload relatively often. So we do 3-week waves of training for him, and then we deload. We do a deload every 4th week. And I have a couple of vloggers who we do that with. All right, we have a couple we do that with. And it just has to do with the way that they recover. And here's the thing with deloads. What we do, we come in and with deloads, we do just enough work to maintain the movement patterns, to stimulate a little muscle protein synthesis, to disrupt homeostasis in the muscles, but we don't train hard enough to impact recovery. Now, that's not how I deload everyone. Like this week, I let him do his supplemental work a little bit harder, some of it, or his accessory work, not his assistance. We keep the assistance stuff light. And that way we are getting a little bit of training in. Some of my people, we do only a little bit of light work outside of their main lifts, and we do literally like what he did. And that's pretty common, guys like Robbie. But I have some other clients who we deload about every 8 or 9 weeks for them, and for some of those guys, what I do is we leave all the accessory work in. Okay, we leave all their accessory work in as normal. We just take the heavy work out. We just take the heavier sets out. So if they're doing whatever sets of 10 at 50%, 60%, whatever we're doing, we leave it in. We leave it in. Some of my conjugate guys, that's what we do. We just come in and do lighter speed work, maybe with straight weight, all 4 days. And then we leave more reps in reserve on some supplemental work, or we maybe reduce the volume of the supplemental work. If we're doing 2 exercises for a muscle, we might only do 1. We might only do 1. And that might be what we do. That might be what we do. And they just do their speed work. Okay, so it really varies a lot from person to person. So in this case, though, you guys saw that he does his benching. And I have him do some dumbbell rows on that day. Right, we do some dumbbell rows, and we keep the band work in for him all the time, usually the lighter band work. I don't think I had video clips of the band work for the press downs. I might have got it, but I skipped through it when I was selecting files. We occasionally run into problems with the files getting corrupted on the uploads from him for some reason. It's the way his phone is. Of course, he laughs every time we get over to these Buffalo Bar for normally his back off work, or his assistance work, as we would call it. And he's always like, this bar is a joke. And I'm like, well, yeah, you're the one who wants to keep pushing the SSB. He wants to push the SSB. He's like, I want to get to 180 kilos for 5 on the SSB before I switch to this Buffalo Bar. And it's like, oh, okay. I mean, we can do that. I don't have a problem with that. But yeah, he would move more weight in general if we just went straight to a straight bar, Buffalo Bar. He would. But he likes it because he likes that upper back work. He likes doing the harder stuff. And, quite frankly, because we run into some recovery, it's probably okay. In his case, people say, well, what do you mean his lifestyle? Well, I mean, he's got a wife. He's got a family. He has a very physically demanding job. So, we talk about him eating. He eats like 4,000 calories a day, and he's lost weight doing that. He's lost weight doing that. So if that will put in perspective, how much he's on his feet. So we also, after the squatting, we of course do belt squats. Right? We use the belt squat machine. Some other people pointed out, I saw someone try to make a joke of me saying, oh, we always squat wide. Well, I do want most people to squat wide. In his case, though, he's pretty comfortable with narrower squatting. He's got massive legs in spite of it. And maybe over time, I will move him out. If he ever wants to mess with some conjugate type stuff, he doesn't want to mess with it, though, because he feels like with his viewpoint on training and wanting to always push hard, he feels he might hurt himself, and I respect that. I respect that fact. Not saying I fully agree with his logic, but as a coach, when I have a client who feels that way, I'm fine with that. You know what? Because this system's working great for him, we have recompositioned on it. He has gained muscle. He has lost body fat, and he has gotten consistently stronger week after week after week after week for months, and is injury free. This is a person who used to get hurt all the time. This is someone who every couple of months he'd make 2 months of progress, get hurt, have to quit training for a month. And he did this for a long time and would just detrain over and over until he hired me. And then it's like, well, this is fixable. We just deal with your fatigue management. And it's working. Now he doesn't get injuries. Does he get a little beat up? Yes. He gets tendon and joint pain like that third hard week each week. He's like, yeah, I'm feeling it. The fatigue sets in. But you know what? We keep adding weight and it doesn't get any worse. As he gets stronger and stronger, because you guys see this next block coming up, because he did so well on this one, I'm giving him this deload, and this next block we're taking the weights up quite a bit, which you guys will see when we get there. You'll see when we get there. Now his press day, of course, we do overhead pressing. We do dumbbell rows. He does banded curls. We used to laugh when people talk about, oh, the bands don't do it. Well, you do enough volume, bands can do a lot as accessory work. It's all we do for his arms. Now, granted, he is very genetically gifted in the arm region. Some people say, well, he's at a higher body fat. Yeah, but look how big they are. If he continues to get leaner, he's still going to have massive arms. He's going to have massive arms. So, people can say whatever they want about the body fat. You can tell he's got huge amounts of muscle in those arms. All right. So whatever, guys. And this is not a bodybuilding channel. Some of my guys are ripped. I'm pretty lean these days, and I'm going to get leaner eventually, just to be more competitive. This is not a bodybuilding channel. People get big and strong. Now, I advocate a lot of people get leaner. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. But in his case, he has gotten leaner, hasn't he? He's lost body fat. We've recompositioned him effectively. And it's going to continue to happen. So deadlift day, of course, we deadlift. Yeah, obviously we deadlift. Normally he would be doing the axle bar, inverted rows and stuff on this also, but this is a deload week, so we just do the dumbbell rows on the others. And then I let him do his 45-degree hypers. Now, he chose to push them pretty hard this week. He's like, I want to get real strong at these. And I'm like, I'm fine with that. You want to push them hard, they'll improve your deadlift. It's fine. Right? They'll improve your deadlift. So I'm okay with that. So this is one of his 5 sets of these. And he's using a plate at this point. So I hope it has been informative. And I will talk to you guys next time.